Let's get another... Can we get another resource depot in? Yeah. Stick that in over here. Oh. I missed the road a little bit. Resource depot. There we go. Send in the children! We can almost start upgrading the hunters' huts, which is going to be super duper handy. Have we got a workshop? No wonder. Not a workshop, it is a workshop. Flying hunters. Yep, great. Hunting tactics. Hunters to employ fewer people. We're alright on workers. I'm not going to do that right now. Heating. We're okay on heating. Maybe faster gathering is probably not a bad shout. They'll gather steel, wood, and coal faster. Improved heaters. We're okay on heat for right now. Oh, it's the factory I was thinking of. Oh, should we do those extra scouts? Let's do the extra scouts. Let's see what other resources we can bring in. Let's upgrade some of these hunters' huts on the outside, shall we, as well? Food, hunters' hangars. So we can immediately overwrite these. Like so. There's another one over here. Really, I should totally just destroy them and replan this city. We're going to need a couple more of these flying hunters' huts eventually. But we'll deal with them when we need them. Which is going to be fairly soon, but hey. How are you rescuing that child, children? You should be removing that burning fire stuff faster. Children don't work very fast, do they? Oh, there we go. We removed one log. Well done, guys. Good job. Pick up the speed a little bit again. Oh, immediately. Divided in death. So we have noticed that the dead in the snow pit have been divided into two heaps. In one lie the victims of the fire and the brutal attempts to pacify the rioters, many with gunshot wounds. On the other, the charred corpses of the perpetrators, their previous leader and his men. Some people talk about throwing them out of the city far away from the decent folk. Get this filth out of our city, discontent will fall slightly. They've already paid for their crimes, hope will rise slightly. I'm going to do hope will rise slightly. There we go. We need more hope right now. Discontent we can deal with. It's slowly coming down. How are we doing, children? You've got 3 logs off. Congratulations. Pick up the speed again until our scouts start to arrive. We've reached our storage limit for food rations, so we're going to have to start building storage for food as well. So let's get the coal sorted. And once these have been built... In fact, I'm actually going to start construction straight away. Let's do another resource depot. Where should we stick this one? We'll stick this one over here. Ooh. We can put in a wall drill over here. That could come in handy. Can they go anywhere else? No. But that could be good for timber. We're alright on timber for now. I think it's basically because we're actually taking the city apart. Wooden ruins depleted. Good stuff. I hope we save this child before the end of the workday. Would be nice. Okay. Ooh. Numerous tents, empty crates, sledges, and countless frozen bodies. We're afraid to know where these poor people came from. Steam, cores, and steel. Let's have a look. The rest of us. We expected these people to make their way to Winterhome in the 3rd Dreadnought. Now it seems that some calamity must have befallen them. We should try to find the rest of them, and not just because this part of the expedition was carrying several steam cores. Sites discovered the mighty wreck. Take resources. Steam cores. Really, because they're steam cores, I should bring them back right now, but They're literally right next to a mighty wreck of a dreadnought, so maybe there's people there. Maybe there's more steam cores. Let's find out. I could do... Steam cores are great. I just need to build a factory to use them. Workday ends. Oh, come on. Really? Sorry, but discontent's going to go up. I want to rescue that child. Let's bring in the actual workers. They pull out as much timber as... ooh, one of our people has died. Jeez. They bring out as much as the children do. Okay, sure. Technology, we're not going to start research now until the next day anyway, but... what should we do? I think maybe the extra scouting we've done. Lighter scout sleds? 50% faster? That's going to be handy. We'll do that. I don't know how much of the map there is to explore on this one. There was on the first one. There was a hell of a lot. But I've only kind of scratched the surface. Actually, let's... As much as I've just brought the workers in over here... How many do you need for this? You need 5 workers and 40 wood. Another person's died. Oh dear. It is a cold night. -30 is a bit on the old chilly side. Let's bring 5 children and 10 workers. We'll create 1 extra scouting crew. Go for it. And let's go to the weather station so we can get at least ahead of the oncoming storm. Which we know is coming anyway. We just don't know when at the moment. So the sleds are hopefully going to speed them up for the next day. Hopefully we can rescue this child. 2 people have died. These are sick people that are actually dying. Oh, look at the hope. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. We have 2 days to raise hope. Raise hope to 15%. Is there anything we could do? Any buttons we can press anywhere to raise hope? We need to build some hope-raising structures. Let's pause this for a minute. What was it for law and order? Fighting arena lowers discontent. The medical tents can't help the gravely ill. You need to sign to sustain life or build care houses. Okay, we can keep that in mind for the next law. There's one of these. Isn't there something that... Neighborhood watch. Watchtowers increase the hope of people living nearby. Maybe we'll do something like that. Or a house of prayer. Maybe a house of prayer. Sermon, house of prayer. The temple people nearby will pray, which will raise their hope. I think maybe that, because then I can push the emergency hope button. It's got a 2-day cooldown on it, but I think that could be a good start. How long till we can sign something new? 14 hours. Okay, that's totally doable. So I think what I might do is wait for that. We'll do the House of Prayer. And then 2 days after, we can at least do organic fertilizer. Corpses can be used as fertilizer in the hothouses. Hope will fall slightly, discontent will rise slightly. That is rough, man. Radical treatment, so we need to do some of this. Hope will rise slightly. This will probably be a good one. Sustain life, hope will rise. So either one, hope rises. We either sustain life or we do radical treatment. 30% of the gravely ill in medical posts will be left as amputees. Gravely ill will be treated. Discontent will rise. I think what we'll do the sustain life. After we've sorted out the... Oh, Moonshine's also another good one. There's so many good laws to be doing. Let's get through the night first. Maybe if we rescue this child, the hope will also go up a little bit. Come on, guys. Also, I love how in the burning house the temperature is cold, despite the fact that, you know, the building's on fire. But, you know, it's minor detail. Why are people dying? Oh, it's still the ill that are dying. Once the ill are all dead and out the way, at least that's the only cause of hope falling right now. Little survivor. Sir, we pulled the child out of the ruins. He is the sole survivor of his family. He's badly burned and will die without proper medical attention, and we can't provide it yet. Lost one child, gravely ill. Hope will rise slightly. Okay, well, at least we've got a little bit of hope. We can't deal with medical needs. Sustain life. Yeah, we do need that. We need that infirmary, don't we? So maybe we'll... Do we get... Because we haven't actually started the research. Yes, okay, we can. Medical posts. Let's upgrade the medical post, shall we? Some ruins cleared. People have noticed an ongoing effort to clear the city ruins, and they appreciate it. A lot remains to be done, of course, but Winterhome already seems to be breathing a little easier. Glad to hear it. Hope will rise slightly. Yay! Inching back that hope. We have to get to here, but you know, we're getting there. We're getting there. Oh, we need to set some resources, so I'll leave it for now and see what we're like for food in the morning when these guys bring it back. Let's get some kids in there. Gravely ill are still dying. Let's just blitz through the night, shall we? One more gravely ill person died. Look, that hope slowly disappearing again. Scouts have reached the mighty wreck. Okay, let's have a look. The third of our dreadnoughts wrecked by a powerful explosion. It's damaged beyond all repair. Wow, look at that. It's huge. Faulty manufacture. It seems that after one of the boilers exploded, the pressure in the others was raised to a maximum... was raised to maintain the power of the engines, causing them to fail one by one. Perhaps the people building this dreadnought were rushed or used substandard materials. Sites discovered Winterstep Snowfield, the stone ship. Another one steam core. The stone ship. Really, I should bring these guys back now? They've got 2 steam cores on them. And 368 steel. I'm going to go to the stone ship. It's a bit risky doing this. So risky. We live to work, and that's it. What's the point? I know. We're getting by, but what future do we have? Yeah. I wonder if working 24 hours... It increases discontent, which we can deal with. The heater is off. We might do some 24 hours. We're alright, actually. We're going to run out of food, aren't we? Yeah, we're going to need to build some more hunters' huts as well. Oh, warming up increases hope, right? Oh, and it just lowers discontent. What happened with your hope and why is it so low? People started dying. There's one gravely ill and one sick left. And when people die, your hope starts to fall. That 4 children died and 7 adults died. And when they... Oh, jeez, people are going to start dying again there. So I now have to... I have 1 day and 12 hours left to increase the hope to 15%. Otherwise, it's game over. Fortunately, there's a new law coming up soon, which will help me out at least a little bit with raising that hope up. Scouts have reached the weather station. Okay, let's have a look. How are we doing, guys? The engineers responsible for preparing weather forecasts welcome us to enter our building. Survivors. The weather station. Call up the weathermen. The weather station is manned by several engineers who use an array of instruments to monitor the air temperature, wind force and direction, and atmospheric pressure changes. On the basis of this data, they prepare weather forecasts. We can use these engineers in the city to help with the generator, but if we close the weather station, we'll lose the weather forecasts. Well, it's going to keep getting colder, I can tell you that much, says the chief meteorologist. Right. Okay, so send the engineers to the city. Weather forecasts will no longer be available. The engineers will set out towards the city on their own, but it will take longer. Bring the engineers, leave the engineers at the post. Bring the engineers to the city. I'm tempted to leave them. We don't need the engineers right now. And I think the weather forecast will probably be more handy. So let's leave the engineers there. And then we could head out elsewhere. So we can go to... Let's go to the lone boulder, shall we? We're just going to a big rock on its own. You won't be able to tell when then the temperature is about to drop. Ah, right, okay. So yeah, we'll leave them there. I think having the weather forecast is probably going to be more handy for now. As time goes on, we might need the engineers, but for now, we've got spare engineers in the city. We've got 23 that aren't working. So we can... We're not in desperate need for them. We can wait. Yeah, let's just carry on for now, I guess. We just need to wait for... Let's speed up. Wooden ruins depleted, wooden ruins depleted, wooden ruins depleted. Right. Come on. 12 minutes. Double rations for kids. In the wake of a recent child labour's accident, the parents argue that we could give the working children double rations to make them stronger and help prevent injuries. Working children will eat double rations. Hope will rise. We need hope. We can't afford the food losses, but we need the hope. Right, come on. Book of Laws. Right. Let's get a house of prayer on the go. We need to build 2 houses of prayer. Faith, house of prayer. Let's get 1 in over here. And 1 in over here. We need to build a path to this one. That's fine. We can totally do that. Like so. Wonder when that's flashing. We should have built a house of prayer long ago. I know. I wish. God, good. I miss praying together. Yeah. We're looking alright on coal thanks to our outpost supplying us. How many? We've cleared over half of the ruins as well. We just really need to work on raising this hope. Medical posts are about to get upgraded as well, which is super handy. Okay, so actually, let's pause this. Has everything that's in range of a gathering post been gathered? There's a couple of still here. These guys, yeah. So these ones are just about done. So let's get another gathering post built. It's resources, right? Resources, gathering post, yeah. To get some of this removed. Oh, look at these paths. These paths are doing my head in. That is not how you build paths in a city where you're desperate for space. Let's get another one gathering post in over here. We can recycle this one before long, because it's just about done on steel. Right, we are pretty much at our limit for food rations, so let's make use of this and go for food rations. We're going to need it anyway, because when the nights get long and cold, we're going to need the extra food ration space. Medical research post is done. Let's go straight for an infirmary. We can start using some of those steam cores. Houses of prayer. That's 1 house of prayer done. Hope has raised a little bit. Let's wait for the second one to be done, and then we'll do a quick sermon. Are these tents over here? Yeah, maybe we should build another one over here as well. Let's do a house of prayer over here. Can we fit it in anywhere? Is this ruins? Yeah, okay. Let's get rid of these ruins. We'll start putting our children to work. clear out some of this, then we can put some churches in. Is that ruins? Yeah. Giving people something to do. Dum dum dum. Clearing, clearing, clearing. Dum dum dum. It's nice to have something to do. That'll do for now. We'll leave some people just for building. Houses of prayer built. Houses of prayer have been erected, giving people a place to pray together and find comfort in faith. Oh, look at the faith! Look at the hope! The hope is raising! Let's do some sermons! Raise it even more! Oh, beautiful! The words of our spiritual leaders will restore hope. Yay! We're no longer going to get murdered because we didn't have any hope. Hope restored. You restored hope in our people's hearts. Hope rises. Sweet. We're going to lose a little bit when this one last person dies, but a good start. Okay, we're not doing too badly. Famous last words, but we're not doing too badly. Yeah. Let's get this one disassembled now. What we got over here? Sawmill. Sawmill is inoperable because there's no resources in range. Okay, let's get rid of that one as well. So I'm tempted to actually... We haven't got any real good resource gathering for timber right now. There's some trees down here. So we could put a sawmill in down here. But I think the better option, personally, is to actually... Ooh, this is not a bad spot as well. What's in the way up here? With these ruins. Right. I think what we're going to do, we're going to put a wall drill here so we can drill coal. We can drill timber out of the ice directly. But we'll also put a sawmill up there because there is a lot of spare timber. There's a lot of spare trees that we can use. Okay. So they can start working on that tomorrow. Oh, steam cores. We have just used our first steam core. Steam cores are a necessary component in advanced technology. We can't manufacture steam cores in the cities, so let's hope our scouts find them during their expeditions. I see. Speaking of scouts, hello. A distinct spot in the Frostland. We can use it as a waypoint for further expeditions. New landmark. Our search hasn't uncovered anything of value, but we may be able to reach some more promising locations from here. Site discovered mass grave. These guys are getting really far out now. One day, it's a day back. I don't think we're going to go much further than here. But my concern is now that mass graves could have plague, could have something that makes my scouts sick. So I'm tempted to go to the snowfield, and then I'll bring my guys back. Yeah, you should send them home. I'm going to send them to here, because I think in the windswept snowfield there could be resources, and I think this will be the last point for resources. So I'll send these guys over to here, get the last resources, and then bring them home. I think that's going to be the better option. Why is the dreadnought still... We didn't disassemble it, struck down supplies, and is in need of an overhaul, but otherwise is intact. That's curious, because normally they fade out once they've been visited. Interesting. Yeah, I'll bring these to the windswept snowfield, and then I'll bring them home. So they'll have a nice big wedge of resources available to us. Right, we also need to look at sorting out our food usage. So, we've got plenty of people. Let's get a few more hunters' hangars sorted out. So we can get some more food collected during the night. We don't have to worry about heating these because they're so much, because during the night is when they actually go out hunting, so they bring back the fresh food in the morning. So let's get 2 more of these built up. That'll keep us busy for now. See, look, we have actually used all our raw food during the course of the day. So we've actually managed to cook up everything into 399 rations of food. I think as well, it's probably not going to be a bad shout to do soup rations. Hope will fall slightly, discontent will rise slightly, eating soup will cause discontent. We'll see. I think we'll keep it reserved for now, because I think we're going to have to be careful of our food consumption. We're okay for now. We're not great, but we're okay. The other thing we need to keep in mind is we're going to have a double temperature drop before long. So we should probably consider sorting out some of these houses a little bit more. Getting rid of the tents and upgrading them to houses. How are we on timber? 35 on timber. Yeah, we need to get this wood sorted. So once the wood's sorted up here, we'll get some. We can fit a sawmill in there. Let's get a sawmill in. We'll get some more timber sorted so we can start building our structures a bit more. We're clearing out the city, but we don't really have the timber at the moment to start rebuilding. Yes, some of these are going to be wooden structures, so we're going to get timber back anyway, but we don't have a huge income of it. Let's have a look at our economy, actually. So, coal management, we're okay on coal. We can probably actually bring up the coal generator to level 2 if we need to. But temperature-wise across the city, it's not too bad. It's chilly, but everything that's in the heating zones is okay. So I'm not going to bring up the temperature yet, but we can at least keep that in mind that if we need to, we can. So we're okay on coal. Yeah, this is what I mean by food. So we're consuming 550 a day, and we're only gaining 248. So we've only got... We've got maybe 2 days worth of food left, if that. We're going to have to keep an eye on that. So it's just as well that I've just built the extra places for food. Standard meals. Yeah, I think we're just going to keep an eye on it. Ooh, there's a hunter's hanger that I'm not using. Let's upgrade that. Let's start using it. See, it's always handy to look at this chart because you suddenly realise the things you're not using. So like there's 2 coal piles here that aren't having individual miners. I could use them, but I'm not going to because I don't need the coal right now. Homes... Everyone's comfortable or livable, so really there isn't an immediate need to upgrade the houses, but there is a lot of tents. I think that's going to be a wise thing. When the temperature really starts to drop, I think it's going to be a wise thing to actually have decent warm homes to live in. We've still got a lot of ruins. A lot of ruins. Holy nuts. Should we put our people to use? There you go. I can keep everyone but the engineers. I can't risk the engineers getting sick. They're so useful for particular things. They're required for specific tasks. Like, I wouldn't be surprised. In fact, I'm actually going to get them on the war drill. The war drill? The wall drill. When we start using that. The sawmill, we might actually get them working up at the sawmill as well. It's livable. Let's get them up there. So, yeah, going back to economy, let's have a look. Is timber covered in here? Food, health. It's just coal. For some reason I thought you could see other resources. Heh. What's it show up here? It doesn't. Okay. Well, technically we haven't got something consuming coal every day. Let's have a look. We've reached the Lone Boulder, a distinct spot in the Frostland. We can use it as a waypoint for further exploration. A new landmark. Our search hasn't uncovered anything of value, but we may be able to reach some more promising locations from here. The steel bridge. Oh! The steel bridge. Ooh, I like the look of this. The bridge crosses a deep, wide ravine. We built it to facilitate the further exploration of Frostland. The steel bridge is where, when we're in the first city... When we see the steel bridge, is we can then walk to Winterhome. So I think it's going to be a good place for us to send our scouts. So let's send them over to here. So I wonder if we can see the other city when we reach the steel bridge. I wonder if it works the other way around. Let's find out.